Salute, salute. Salute to God, the Most High Creator of everything. Welcome back to another episode of Mr. Uncut Consciousness. I appreciate everybody stopping by, checking out my spirituality, checking out my politics, checking out my inspiration, my motivation, checking out my hobby. I stumbled across this. Y'all know I be up in the wee hours of the morning. And I stumbled across something right here that I just had to bring to the forefront. And I just want to hit everybody with a traditional one time and get into this. This is Piers Morgan, Candace Owens, and I think his name is Marc Lamont Hill or Marcus Lamont Hill, something of that nature. No disrespect intended. But he says something very contradictory to me. Let's get into this. Fair use educational purposes.
To the trans point, I don't think it's a contradiction for Democrats to do that unless they accept the terms of your argument. Let me be clear. If you think that trans women are not women, then yes, it would be a violation of women's rights to say that trans women should be boxing. I happen to believe.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I need to finish. No. I insist on finishing this point because I will not be cut off and misrepresented. But let me make the point.
Okay.
I happen to believe that biological males should not participate in women's sports. I am fine taking that position. Yeah, that's my point. Sometimes
Now, he just stated his position, his belief is he does not believe that biological males should be competing in women's sports. Did y'all hear the same thing? Okay. Now, I'm going to continue to let this brother talk, but I have to stop the video due to like the Fair Use Act and things like that. I have to stop the video, add commentary to it. As you come in, as you click on this video, hit the like button. We're trying to grow, ladies and gentlemen. Can we pick up 20 subscribers in the next 30 days? 20 subscribers in the next 30 days. See, I'm not even asking for a lot. I'm just asking for more like-minded people who can see things for what they are, who recognize the truth when they hear it. But let's hop back into this, ladies and gentlemen.
If you hear me out, you'll realize we're not even debating. But there are many Democrats who don't take that position. There are many people on the left who believe that, and let me be clear, I think trans women are women. I just think sports are divided in a very particular way. And
bam. Did he just say that he don't believe that biological men should be basically competing in women's sports, then come back and say that he believes that trans women are women? But in order to be a trans woman, you have to be a man. Is it just me? Did y'all see how Candace Owens looking right now? Salute and shout out to Candace Owens. Man, listen, there was one time just like with Donald Trump. I didn't agree with Donald Trump. I didn't agree with Candace Owens. But man, I woke up, man. Like they are the real truth tellers, man. They are the real truth seekers. They are putting the facts out there and getting the work done. Salute to Candace Owens. Oh, pretty self. All right. Y'all, did y'all hear what this brother just said? Get on, Candace.
in 8th grade, we make a decision that we need to divide sports up by gender or by sex, right? Because we believe that there's something fundamentally different about biological boys and biological girls to say we shouldn't be running on the same track team. We shouldn't be boxing each other. I'm okay with that argument. I agree with that argument. I don't want to speak for Candace, but I suspect she agrees with me on this, and I suspect you agree with me on that. So we're not in disagreement on that. But just because I have that position doesn't mean that everyone who disagrees with me is being a hypocrite, because they don't begin from the same premise that I begin from. That's all I'm saying. So I don't think it's contradictory.
So, Marc Lamont Hill, would you date a trans woman since you think a trans woman is a woman? Because my mama was born that way, which is why she was able to reproduce. And bam, you're looking at her baby boy. In order to be a trans woman, You have to be a homosexual male with the desire to be a woman. So I don't quite understand what you spitting, homie. Like, I'm a little lost right here. I'm a little lost on this one because there's no way you're going to convince me that a homosexual male is a woman because you gave it a title of trans woman. Again, to each its own. I'm throwing no shade. Live your life. I don't judge. I sin too. So this is no attack on anyone who lives this life. Live out your desires. Live out your truth. Okay? Because we all have to answer for something when we move on from here. All right? We all have to answer for something on Judgment Day. But for me to go against my own common sense to exercise your ideology, you're telling me that I need to recognize that a trans woman is still a woman and they fall up under women's rights. But if you put a trans woman in the same ring like we saw in the Olympics, with a biological woman, come on, we saw this. We saw this. This doesn't make sense. Ladies and gentlemen, put your thoughts on this in the comment box. Again, I'm not attacking anyone, but to a heterosexual male, okay, a trans woman, trans anything, I'm going to say a trans woman, you're only a homosexual male in the eyes of a heterosexual male. Okay, that's all it is. I am a heterosexual black male. You would be a homosexual black and or white male, in my view. So I don't even exercise this trans stuff unless we're talking Transformers. Autobots, transform, roll out. I don't even talk trans. No, unless we're talking TransUnion. I'm trying to get that credit up. I don't even talk trans. Because it's one of the other. But let's roll.
All right, hang on. What other premise could there possibly be? The bottom line is these are people who were born biological males who are competing against biological females, and there's a reason why we don't do that in sport. It's why the Olympics have always separated the sexes, because the truth is, if they didn't, women wouldn't win any medals.
Look, I mean, listen, I know that. I think what you should do is bring someone in who has the position that you're trying to debate. Instead, it's like you're trying to force a debate with me on something that we agree on. So bring on somebody who has the opposite position, and they can speak for that. But what I'm saying is, right? I just wanted to add here, like, just to say where we do actually differentiate, like, trans women are absolutely not women. And that's why we're playing the crazy game right now, is because we have people that are trying to parse reality and say, well, I believe trans women are women, but they're also biological men. Like, the fact that we are calling them trans women is because they are not women. I am a woman, and no matter how you feel on the inside, you are never going to be a woman. And
this is a woman. This is one of the most intelligent, most brilliant, most intellectual, most high profile woman. Maybe I can't even find my words now. Like, she's one of them. She's one of them. Not the most, but she's one of them. Certainly in her class at what she does. This is her telling a man, no, I disagree because she's a woman. And here's what it takes. And he just told a biological woman that he disagrees. Marc Lamont here, would you date a trans woman? Because I would never date a trans woman. I'll date a woman because she's born with everything I need naturally, organically, of God, authentically, whatever word you want to use. Okay, that satisfies. All right. But when you start pushing the ideology of, I guess you're a heterosexual male, I'm not sure at this point. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm listening to what you're saying and I'm questioning You know what I'm saying? Your heterosexualism. I'm questioning it. It's suspect. Okay. But at this point, I'm going to safely assume that you are. I can't safely assume. I'm just going to assume that you are. Would you date a trans woman? Because if you would, that is a problem, and you are no longer a heterosexual black male. That would make you a homosexual black male. It would make you trans because you're not trying to be a woman, but you're also not engaging with a woman because that was biologically born a man. So I'm trying to make this make sense. Ladies and gentlemen, again, here's my disclaimer. We all going to live out our truths. We're all going to answer for what we do wrong when we pass away and move on from this physical body. You know, so I'm not here to throw shade at anyone. Live your life, live your truth, live your reality. That is your life. But you are not going to play with my mind. You are not going to tap dance on my intelligence. You are not going to force me to believe that I don't see what I see when I know I seen what I saw. And if I saw a man with a desire to be a woman standing in front of me, I'm still going to address you as a man because I see a homosexual male. It's no different from a woman, I guess they call them studs, wanting to be a man. No matter how much of a boy you look like, I still see you as a homosexual woman. A homosexual woman. Let's go.
That disagreement, that fundamental disagreement, is the reason why we are playing the crazy game. I won't play it. I will not address a man that is an address as a woman. It's insulting to me. It's insulting to the things that actual women, live through in their lives. And you can play Halloween. You can put lipstick on a pig. It is still a pig, and it is just Halloween. So I just feel very strongly about that, and I wanted to make that clear. And that this is a large part, though, Piers, going back to your point of why, because my sisters were on the left, and this is the first election that they voted for Trump. They're from Connecticut, dyed in the wool Democrats, I guess you could say, and they moved away. And the trans issue was the number one reason that they did.
Yeah.
What they said was happening in the school system made them fearful. They have sons. They thought it was completely crazy and bizarre that they're insisting upon trying to make toddlers. My sisters have toddlers believe that they can be anything that they want and that they're non-binary. They truly believe the left has gone crazy. And they say, I didn't leave the left left me. And that is an accurate statement to make because they cannot just see things that are just so plainly obvious. They're trying to criminalize the idea that a woman is a woman and you can't just become a woman because you feel a certain way on the inside. And the right, like I'm doing right now, I will just say it as it is, right? You are not a woman. I am sorry that you are suffering from a mental disorder. If you were suffering from any other mental disorder, I would treat you the same way. I want you to get better. But because you are suffering from a mental disorder does not mean that I have to pretend that I have a mental disorder and that
I like that. How can one not agree with Candace? How can one not agree with Candace? This sister here is as great as it gets. This is as great as it gets, man. If you like truth, if you like truth seekers, if you like truth tellers, if you are conscious, if you are tired of people trying to change your views, your ideology, Candace Owens would be definitely a great one to tune in to subscribe to. Definitely, man. Salute to Candace Owens. But I share her view, and I'm a man. But I'm a man that loves women. Women like Candace. I had to throw that out. I'm just playing. Okay, but still, man, to see a heterosexual male saying this and a heterosexual woman straightening his ideology because she's given birth. She was born this way. We've had great women make history in this country. So we're gonna put a trans woman in the same category of a Rosa Parks or a Harriet Tubman. In the black community, we're going to do that. We're going to do that, and that's safe. And that's come on, man. Come on, man.
see things differently. I don't.
I mean, Mark, I'll let you respond directly to what Candace says there. Well, let me just point out one thing. Let me just point out one thing. There was a New York Times report today that said that one of the most effective Trump ads during the presidential race towards the end was the one where he had Kamala Harris saying, "She'll call you they, them. I'll call you you," or whatever it was. And that turned out to be, to the Trump campaign team's surprise, one of their most effective ads of the whole race, apparently, which suggests it is a much bigger issue than some Democrats clearly want people to think. I saw Joe Scarborough on this yesterday, very vocal, saying this
You know what? Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. In the meantime, in between time, I appreciate y'all. Please take time out to hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, share these videos, and share the experience. Y'all stay prayed up. Wait a minute. My Mother Earth will be calling me like, son, baby, you didn't do it. You forgot to do it, so let me do it. Do it for Mother Earth too. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one with your higher power. There's only one God, one life to live, one salvation. You know what I mean? Sometimes we got to choose. But y'all stay prayed up, y'all stay blessed up, y'all stay meditated up, stay protected, stay real, stay woke, stay uncut, be inspired, be great, and be you. Ashe, ladies and gentlemen.